Hello, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Caleb Moore and I am the founder and creator of Unbroken. When I first started Unbroken a year and a half ago, my vision was to create a lifestyle brand that embodied the example my father set on living a life unbroken. And I started with vlogs. The idea behind the vlogs was for me to try and generate an audience that I could then market and preach the meaning and message of Unbroken to. And after a year of consistent weekly uploads, I've come to the conclusion that it's time for me to adjust the way that I'm doing things. Several years ago, I was in a leadership meeting with a man by the name of Ray Bench, Reverend Ray Bench. And in this meeting, he said one of the most deep, profound things that I've ever heard in my life. And after all these years, it's still something that I regularly think about. He said, "Distractions are the death of your dreams in slow motion." That quote has haunted me recently because I know I've gotten distracted. And the most painful part is that the things that have pulled me away have no weight or value in my life. Whether it's TV, video games, or social media, they're all just extreme wastes of my time that keep me from doing the important things that need to be done. And for me, the most obvious example of this is in the vlogs. Now, I'm pretty hard on myself, especially when it comes to the vlogs. But right now, the vlogs just aren't up to the standard I want them to be. And the reason for that is because I procrastinate through the week. And when the weekend comes around, I'm stuck scrounging around and scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to get content that I can edit and post on Monday. And what I'm left with is a video that feels artificial and monotonous, and no one wants to watch that. So I have to get back to creating something that I can be proud of. If we were to take a microscope and look at Unbroken, look down to the most foundational part of it, we would find that the purpose of Unbroken is simply to help people, to help encourage and motivate them to live a life unbroken. But what does that mean? What exactly does living a life unbroken look like? I'm glad you asked. The dictionary defines unbroken simply as not broken, fractured, or damaged. But here for me, for the brand, we have to change that definition a little bit. Unbroken means not broken despite being fractured or damaged. It's not about walking through life without getting beat up. It's not about walking through life without getting any cuts, scrapes, or bruises. It's about marching through life with your head held high no matter what happens. It's about waking up every day ready to conquer the day. It's about grabbing life by the horns and getting up every single time you get knocked down. That is what Unbroken is about, and that's what brings us here. When I look back on the last few years of my life, I don't see someone who's lived their life unbroken. I don't see someone who's practiced what they preach. Unfortunately, what I see is someone who's gotten lazy and complacent, someone who's laid down and let life walk all over them. And that reality breaks my heart. I've been racking my brain for the last 6 weeks trying to come up with a new direction for Unbroken. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I don't need a new direction. What I need is to get back on the road that the vision, mission, and values of Unbroken built. So this is me, committing to getting my life back on track, committing to prioritizing my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. This is me leading by example and picking up the mantle of Unbroken. This is me finally following the example my father set. It's time to make this brand everything that it's supposed to be, and it starts now.